No.
frustrated, and you really hadn't had, hey, Joanna, you had what, one relationship?
I had, okay, so 1 2-year and 1 6-month. Yeah. So, and then I tried like dating on and off. And I think after that, I just had like a 2-week disaster. And, and that's when I was like, I'm doing something wrong. There must be something I'm doing wrong, because I'm just not getting, I'm reading books, relationship books left and right. And it's hard. You stand and you look at all the different ones and you're like, what should I read? What do I need to read? What do I need to do? And none of that really helped. I mean, it gave me ideas, but yeah.
Why do you think the books didn't help?
Because a lot of them were contradicting, and even a lot of the stuff you see online and stuff is contradicting. Like, oh, everyone says don't play games and don't be hard to get and stuff, but then you'll see like, oh, okay, no, don't chase the guy, and then another person will say, yeah, chase the guy, and then another person will say, no, don't ask him out. Another person says, yes, it's okay to ask him out in this scenario, or another. There's just a lot of confusing, conflicting information out there that I would try something for a little while, and it just didn't seem to make a difference.
How do you feel my course was different from what you were reading in those books?
It was different in that, number one, I really felt like I got the best guidance in what books to read that would be most helpful for me, and addressing issues with myself. Like, I did not ever think that I needed to look at other things going on in my life and like my attachment style and stuff like that, and that would be affecting my dating life. Like, I had never even heard of attachment styles until I read that book. And it really gave me an action plan and a step-by-step course to succeed. So like, not only did I have the books that you recommended, but we had the individual modules, and I could see there was a clear ending. And at times, you doubt yourself, but I really enjoyed not dating and looking on the websites for like a month while I was doing my first modules, and learning how much work I needed to do on myself and things that I didn't see. And I'm still reading books and stuff on that. And I think that made a huge difference, looking at yourself first and really learning how, especially not to take things personal. And I think another really big takeaway was learning how to communicate with men, like learning how not to argue. But really that still kind of comes back to taking things personal, and then having to deal when you get triggered, looking at yourself. Why are you being triggered with something? It's not really something wrong with the other person. It's, why is it bothering you? And that, when we were in that module, that really kicked in right away. Like, I really was like, oh my God, I get that. That makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm. Was that freeing for you? Did you find that really liberating?
Yeah, it was super liberating. In fact, the whole course has been like so transformational. Like, I have friends who are like, we can't answer some of these homework things you want help with because you've changed so much. And I don't mind throwing it out there that I see a therapist, and even she has been extremely impressed with the strides I've made, and asked for info so she could refer other people if she had anyone who wanted to do that. Yeah, and I really feel like the course is very logically done, and it's well spread out. So it's like, okay, work on yourself, and then we'll start looking at dating stuff. I have a problem of rushing the gun and jumping into things. So this really helped me take things slow and build up. And it was also nice that I could, like, when life interfered, I could do 2 modules in one day instead of doing one every day of the week. Sometimes that happens, And it has been such a momentous change in my life. Just huge. Everything about him. He's so genuine, and his attention and his compliments. And he's really great.
It's so wonderful. I mean, it is, the change in you is extraordinary. I mean, it really is. From my seat, looking at you and seeing how present you are, how grounded you are. You're really so much more in your body.
Oh yeah.
You were I mean, I hope that's okay to say, but
That's okay, yeah.
you were really frenetic and you know,
Yeah.
and now it just feels, there's something about feeling, I think you'd agree, about feeling loved and seen
Yes. Oh my God.
and
Yeah.
valued, that somehow it's like, you know?
It is. It's so soothing, and it's like we fit so well together, and we complement each other so well, and it's just,
Oh,
and it's so easy. You know, it's just easy.
it's easy, right? It's like,
Yeah.
he's so sweet. And, you
Mhm.
know, I remember when you asked him to come and he said he was busy, that, you
Mhm.
know, he said, I can't and
Yeah.
whatever. And because I've got a lot to do. And then he
Yeah.
called you back and said,
Yeah.
I rearranged my schedule. I'm going to come by.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, this guy has Skyped you when you're not
Yeah.
together. He's the one
Yeah.
who's like initiating these Skype
Yeah.
calls. Yeah, it's just, it's amazing, right? That you can
Yeah.
go. How incredible is it, Joanna? Like in 3 months, that you
Mm-hmm.
went from not even knowing if you could ever find somebody,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Having a hard time
Definitely.
saying aloud that you really want to be married and that you
Yeah.
want a man to commit to you and have a future with you, to
Mm-hmm.
actually being in this beautiful, loving,
Yeah.
sweet relationship where you really are cherished and adored and loved.
Yeah. And it's so different. It just is so different. And it's amazing. I know. It's just the unconditional love, like you were talking about. I watched your Thursday night Facebook, or not the Facebook one, but the Thursday night session, and I was like, man, yeah, that unconditional love thing. It just, you don't really get it until you got it, and it's just like, it's so amazing. You just, when you complement each other and you match so well, and it just, it's a really like great feeling. I feel so secure and confident. How your course has just made it so easy to be open and honest with communication too, with
Oh,
everybody. And that's a huge breakthrough for me too.
oh, that's wonderful. That's so wonderful. And I think too, Joanna, the more you do that, you know, one of the things that I know is that when I'm speaking from my heart, and I know I'm coming from my heart, no matter
Mm-hmm.
how somebody else responds, right?
Yeah.
That's up to them. But as long as
Yeah.
you're coming from your heart, you can't control their response. But usually
Mm-hmm.
people do respond very well from that place, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, oh, I'm so glad you got so many different levels of. I
Yes.
mean, it really changed your life with your mom, with your guy, with, you know, I'm sure your friends see that change. You know, your
Yep.
friends said that they see the change. I mean, it's
Yep.
just,
They do.
it's crazy how it spills out into every area of your life.
It does. Yeah. And just learning how to work on yourself um, will help attract a partner who's similar. So, and I forgot to mention another thing that was a favorite part of the course, besides I like having activities to do and stuff and homework, but hearing you and Benjamin,
Mm.
because the way you guys talk and interact, you can like I've tried to explain it to people. I'm like, you don't understand. You can just hear the love and respect for each other in the way you talk to each other.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Yeah.
It
Yeah. So I was like, I love that. And yeah, yeah, the whole course it's amazing. It's been so
oh,
life changing, and I thank you so much too.